So, good morning everybody, great to be with you all again. Next stream will be on Thursday, which is the 30th of May, and that will be at 3:30 p.m. UK time. So it's lovely to see you all. Hi there to Manisco, hi to Oksana, hi to Patricia, hi to Renyard and Ronan, hi to Vitali and Sergey. Hi there to Julia. It's lovely to see you as well, Manisco. And this looks good. So let's get straight down to it. Okay, this article is about the resurgence of analog devices. Okay, these are not the modern things with chips and things like that, but analog devices like vinyl records or cameras with film and things like that. So, whoops. Okay, here we go. Such has been the revival in analog synthesizers that venerable, superannuated, reverend, antediluvian brands, including Korg and Moog, have relaunched lower-priced modules aimed at novices, while also reviving older classics for the pros. So, we got Venerable for Vitali and Julia. Okay, so these are synthesizers. They make sounds, but these are old-fashioned one, not the modern idea. We've got Venerable for Renyard, superannuated for Ronan, venerable for Patricia. No, so antediluvian, well-respected, venerable. Antediluvian means before the great flood, before the flood of Noah, okay, before Noah's Ark. So antediluvian is before the great flood, which we then use to mean very, very, very old. Superannuated. I guess superannuated is something that is very old and nobody uses anymore. But maybe people are still using these. I think superannuated might work, but I think venerable is a much better answer. Yeah, before the deluge. So, yeah, the council uses antediluvian processes. Venerable, respected. Let me get that back. Okay, so venerable. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so superannuated. If something's superannuated, it's no longer used. And I think superannuated might work, but I'm much happier with venerable. Reverend. A reverend is okay. A reverend is a priest. The Reverend Mallinson gave took the service. So reverend, not at all. Venerable, respected, well respected. Okay, and let's continue. This means there are now more analog options available than at any time since the 1970s. The meridian, bloom, climax, heyday of the modular format. Hi there, Human, lovely to see you. So this means there are now more analog options available than at any time since the 1970s. The meridian, bloom, climax, heyday of the modular format. So let's see if this bloom lost an L, the boom of the modular format. Boom would work, but not bloom. So we got heyday from Vitaly and Julia, heyday from Oksana and Patricia. Hi Sagad Singh, lovely to have you. The climax. No, let's see, normally the climax of a film, the climax of a story. Climax is normally talking about an event, is the high point of an event. So Sergei's gone for heyday as well. The meridian. The meridian, I think, is the equator, is a line around the Earth. The climax of his career. Okay, yes. The climax of his career. So the climax of his career was one specific event, Renyard. The climax of his career was when he gave class to the British Prime Minister. It's a specific event, but this is a period of time, and the climax is just one thing, whereas the heyday is talking about something that is a period of time. So it's the heyday of the modular format. Yeah, the late 70s, at the peak, at the, what was the word I was looking for? At the zenith of the modular format. The heyday of my youth, which is even better now. I love it, P. So, let's go. Synthesizer-based music events by new bands such as Teenage Engineering are packed with young and middle-aged enthusiasts eager to play with Kraftwerk-inspired pocket calculator synths that can produce a surprising array, order, raiment class of sounds. So if you don't know Kraftwerk, I strongly recommend their music. It's from the 70s, things like Trans-Europe Express or We Are the Robots. It's one of my favourite bands. Kraftwerk is a German band. So we've got synthesizer music based music events by new bands such as Teenage Engineering are packed with young and middle-aged enthusiasts eager to play with Kraftwerk-inspired pocket calculator synths that can produce a surprising array, order, raiment class of songs. So multitude or variety, that's very good, Vitaly. Array for Oksana and Julia and Renyard. Array for Sergei and Ronan. Array for Patricia and Human. Okay, array looks pretty good. Okay, yes, definitely, please like. Raiment talks about the clothes that you wear. Normally raiment is the specific clothes that you wear for a formal event. The king wears a specific raiment when he is crowned. Raiment talks about clothes, Patricia. Yeah? A surprising array. An array is a selection. So, array. Whoops. A surprising array. Yes, of sounds. Okay. So Prince Charles put on his special raiment to be crowned, or to be crowned as king. So my Berlin visit was one of, for example, yes, Raymond's talking about clothes, definitely. I like the biblical idea of raiment. My Berlin visit was one of many experiences that hunted, sought, asked, searched to explain why so many consumers choose these so-called difficult technologies when far simpler and more convenient options exist. Okay. So sought for a raiment of sounds for the premier. You see, I would say it's a raiment of clothes for the French Prime Minister. So, Vitaly goes sought, so does Julia and Sergei. Sought for Oksana and Reynard and Patricia. Human for sought and Ronan for sought as well. That hunted to explain. You hunt for a solution. That sought to explain, you seek to do something. That asked to explain, that searched to explain. No, it's sought to explain. It's trying to find out why so many consumers choose these difficult. That served the purpose of explaining, yes. Endeavoured, yes. Endeavoured to explain. Endeavour is good. Endeavoured, so... Yes, it's a good word, Vitaly. And let's try this. Is the difficulty of learning to use these old devices, appliances, equipments, facilities actually the point? So is it the difficulty of learning to use these things? Is that actually the point? So, Ronan goes for devices, so does Reynard and Sergei. Devices for Julia as well. Okay, devices for Oksana. And devices for Vitaly. An appliance is something like a toaster, or a fridge, or a deep fat fryer. Devices for Human, good. Equipments, normally equipment is uncountable, no S. Raiment, yes, it's a nice calming word, I like it. Facilities are the things that you can use, like for example, sports facilities or toilet facilities. Devices, yes. Household appliances, absolutely, Reynard. Household appliances, good collocation. And let's continue. I tentatively connect two modules. Nothing. I suddenly realise I've been at this, in this, up this, to this, by this for 2 hours. Feeling somewhat dazed, I look around the shop. Things in kitchen are appliances, yes. So suddenly I realise I've been doing this for 2 hours. Gadgets. I guess gadgets, but gadgets, it talks about something that's less sophisticated. And these machines are pretty sophisticated. Just about, Patricia, but on the edge. So we got at for Vitaly and Oksana, at for Reynard and Julia, at for Patricia. Hi, Joko Mendoza. Lovely to have you. Great to have you, Vuzi. The answer is at. Okay, that sounds to me pretty good. So I've been at this. To be at something, to be doing something. I've been up to this. Good, Human. I've been up to this. I've been at this. I've been at it. I've been at this for 2 hours. So, yeah, I've been doing this. At meaning doing. So, many of those who began using the machines at the same time as me are still sealed, shut, locked. Sealed in thought. Their machines covered in patch cords. I keep going and eventually sounds start to emerge. Yeah, gadgets would work as a joke. So, ooh. I've been up to this. I've been at this. Okay, yes, I think up to probably does sound more comfortable. So, many of those who began using the machines at the same time as me are still sealed in thought, shut in thought, locked in thought. I've got 2 sealed, so let's lose one of these sealed. Are still okay, yeah, stuck in thought. Stuck in thought. Very often, though, we use this phrase to be locked in thought, to be thinking a lot about something. He's locked in thought. Deep in thought. Good word. Good word, Vitali. Stuck in thought. Yes. Frozen in thought. Yes. I think frozen gives the idea that they're not moving. They're still locked in thought. So I hope you're all locked in thought about the answer to this question. I was in pensive thought. Was still pensive. You see, I would say pensive without the thought. So, as me, are still pensive without the thought. Immersed in thought. Immersed is a good word, Patricia. Still locked in thought. Yeah, he's locked in thought. He's deeply into it. Happy Tuesday, Katya. What's happening? When Phil Oakley, frontman of the 80s synth pop pioneers, the Human League, mentioned in a 2011 interview that a new analog movement was happening, we wondered whether this increased interest in obsolete formats would be a passing mania, cult, fad, flash, or something more enduring. So happy Tuesday to you, Katya. Okay, Human League, Being Boiled is my favourite song from them. So, yes. Well done, Vitali, Oksana and Patricia. Well done, Julia. And Ronan, that's good. So, a mania is more something mental. A cult is talking about an organisation. Well done, Katya. A flash, no. Well done, Renyard. A fad is something that is fashionable for a while and then it stops being fashionable. So I don't know, hula hoops were a fad. There have been lots of fads over the years. Yeah, a fad. A fad is something that's really popular for a short time and then it goes again. It's something that comes and goes. Technically, passing is redundant. Would be a fad. Yes, you're right, Oksana, because by definition, a fad is passing. Yeah, a passing fad. Yeah, fad, it's redundant. So let's continue. Regardless, we fell, dove, dived, dropped in anyway. A keto diet might be looked at as a fad. That is, unless you're diabetic, Vitali. Definitely from Ronan. So regardless, we fell, dove, dived, dropped in any way. We got right into it. We concentrate on it. So we've got fell in for Patricia. We've got dove for Ronan. We've got dive for Vitali and Human and Julia. So diving for Ronan. We fell for it. We dove in. We dived in from Sergei. Dived for White Stripes. Okay, notice. In this answer, it could be either dove or dived. Whoops. Okay, because dove is the irregular of dive. It could be both of them. It could be dove or dive. To dive in is to immerse yourself in something. Yeah, so he's looking at this synthesizer and he's immersing himself in it, trying to do what he wants. Okay, so dive and dove both work, but not dove. A dove is a bird. A passing fad is a collocation, absolutely. But it depends how you say it. Dove or dove, Patricia, that's the point. Michael bought a USSR produced Lomo LCA camera, introduced in 1984, a vinyl record player and some small synth modules by Korg that are targeted, intended, designed, planned at interested amateurs rather than professionals. So we've got targeted for Vitali, targeted for Human and Sergei, targeted for Patricia, targeted for Oksana. Please like, as Ronan says, targeted for Julia and targeted for Ronan. Targeted at, it's that at that's the point, Renyard, yes. Targeted for Katya. Targeted for Alexander Suvorov. Great to have you, Alexander. So to target at, intended for, designed for, planned for, but targeted at. Yes, that's it, Oksana, exactly. Okay. Hello, user, lovely to have you. Eventually, these forays became our formal research project, which has included visiting record fairs and conventions around the world. going on photo walks, and attending listening evenings and meetings, and meeting an array of conservative, die-hard, intransigent, zealous, analog communities, both on and offline. Yes, Double Dove. Pepax, lovely to see you. It's been a long time, Pepax. So eventually these forays became our formal research project, which had included visiting record fairs and conventions around the world, going on photo walks and attending listening evenings, and meeting an array of conservative, die-hard, intransigent, zealous, analog communities, both on and offline. So Vitaly goes for for conservative, Renyard goes for die hard, Oksana goes for die hard, Patricia goes for conservative, Julia goes for conservative. Dyed in the Wool, that's die hard. Human goes for die hard. James goes for die hard. So let's see. It's lovely, Pepax. Great to see you. So Katia goes for die hard. Zealous. If somebody is zealous, they're very, very, very keen. It's not zealous. If somebody's intransigent, maybe they refuse to change their mind. So perhaps. I think die hard would work. A die hard is somebody who refuses to change. And I guess diehards, these are going to be talking about old people who've refused to change from their analog things. Whereas conservative means traditional. Okay, an array of conservative analog communities. Skeptical. Yes, I'd go with conservative. I think die-hard works, but somebody who's die-hard has refused to accept it, has refused to change. Whereas conservative is somebody perhaps who has gone back to it. So I'm going with conservative. Conservative analog communities, both on and offline. And, whoa. This one's too long. Okay, in 2018, Gianna co-wrote an article titled "The Growing Business of Helping Slow Down," highlighting the growing greed, gluttony, appetite, famine for consumer deceleration and associated concepts such as slow shopping and the provision of quiet rooms in some high street stores. So we've got appetite for Vitaly, appetite for Renyard, appetite for Julia and Oksana, appetite for Patricia, and appetite for Human. Okay, growing greed. This isn't greed because this is slow living. Gluttony as well. Gluttony and greed, no. For consumer deceleration. To slow down. To decelerate. Let's see, in your car, you accelerate and then you decelerate to slow down, to put on the brakes. You decelerate using the brakes. Okay, we've got appetite for Patricia and Human and James. Appetite for Sergey and Katia. The growing trend. Trend's a good word, Patricia. Okay, a growing appetite. A growing interest in. Yes. Gluttony's one of the deadly sins, supposedly. So, growing appetite. I'm not feeling so good today, P. I've got a bit of the growing need, the growing desire for. Okay. Guessing appetite works for me, even though I didn't understand the whole text. We see the facilitation of deceleration as beneficial for individual well-being, the environment and businesses alike, tantamount, levelly, homogeneously. So in the previous one, Patricia, appetite. Thank you, Pepax. So we've got a like from Vitali and Julia. We got a like from Oksana, a like from James and Pepax, a like from Renyard and Spleef, a like from Patricia and Sergey. Tantamount, as much as. This is tantamount to. This is similar to. This is as much as. Altogether. No, smash the like. Okay, alike, in a similar way. I've got a bit of something on my chest. So, alike. Alike, in the same way. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to stop there. So, let's put that here. And next stream will be on Thursday, which is the 30th of May at 3:30 p.m. UK time. It's been great having you as well. Yes, as well. So, yes, Thursday. So thank you all for coming. Thank you, Julia. That's very kind of you. So thank you to Katya and Sergey and Vitali. Thanks to Pepax and Spleef and Renyard. Thank you to Patricia and Oksana and Julia and James. And thank you to Human as well. So take care, all of you. And I will see you all on Thursday. Take care then. Bye for now.